Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Woo! Coming at ya as my husband runs upstairs because he knew I was going to probably pull him into the video. No, it's not our anniversary together. We actually celebrate our 9-year wedding anniversary on May 7th. So I'm very excited about that. But I just wanted to go live today, talk about something very impromptu. I was like, what is today? I know February 14th is Valentine's Day, but it's also a super, super exciting, important day in my own life. Something that I want to share with you guys. I don't share my story enough. And I've connected with so many new people over the past few years that I think every once in a while, it's good to reshare your story because you just never know, you guys, whose story will inspire somebody. Or if you're watching, maybe you see yourself in my story somewhere, right? A lot of you guys who are going to be watching are a part of my story, which is even cooler. But 7 years ago, first of all, my name's Lindsay Harm. I live here in Omaha, Nebraska. Been here for 38 years. I'm getting closer to 40, and I actually love the aging process. Like, I enjoy getting older. Does anybody else enjoy getting older? Raise your hand. Because it symbolizes growth and it symbolizes progress. And the more older you get, the more stories you have and the more experiences. And I'm all about stories and experiences. But I have 2 small kids. My son, Landon, I'm sure they'll pop over here because they love live videos. He is 8 years old. My daughter, Jordan, he's going to be 8 next week. My daughter, Jordan, just turned 4. And my husband, Matt, and I have been married almost 9 years. He's a corrections officer here in Omaha. Yes, he works full time. And about 7 years ago, we were in a very different situation than we were today. We were barely seeing each other, which, sucks, especially when you're newly married. Back in 2013, we were only married for a couple of years. My son, Landon, was a year old. And I was just like one of those moms that got up early in the morning. I went to the gym. I was a personal trainer part-time, went to my full-time job, which was in the liquor sales industry. It was my first job. Amazing, amazing experiences. I still talk to some of the people that I worked with, and I learned a lot in the sales industry. Found my first mentor who taught me to always do the right thing, and I still always talk to Skip, and I always say, do you remember what you told me back when I started working with you? It was to always do the right thing, and I think that has really guided me throughout my own journey. But 7 years ago, on February 14th, can you believe it? I actually said yes to something that was very, very uncomfortable for me. And it was something I was like, well, I don't think I'm very good at it. Who knows if I'm going to last, who knows if I'm going to last, 7 weeks, 7 months. And now here I am 7 years later after saying yes to the most amazing transformation company. I said yes because I was that mom working early, getting up, passing by. My husband went to work at night. And I felt at the time that I was just kind of trading my time for money. Has anybody ever felt like that? Like you were doing something you were good at, but it wasn't really making a difference in the world. It wasn't inspiring you to continue to learn. It wasn't the driving force that got me up in the morning and said, this is something I want to do the rest of my life. I was very uncomfortable. And quite frankly, I think some of the best decisions we make, we're actually in that uncomfortable, slump in our life, right? Where we raise our hand and we say, we got to do something better. I want to do something better with my life. And that's what I went out and that's what I did. I reached out to some friends who have been trying to get us going, doing this thing, sharing this shake that tastes like cake for years. And I was that girl that said, I don't think so. I ain't going to promote no shake. Are you cray? And then I started looking at the transformations and I started hearing the stories and I became part of one of the most amazing companies that challenges people and set 90-day goals. I set 14 90-day goals on that run. You guys, 14 amazing experiences, challenging my body 90 days at a time and inspiring others in the process. I found myself getting uncomfortable and at the same time really going out there and kind of stretching myself, saying, how can I be a little bit better every single day? What can I challenge my own body to do? How can I improve my own health? How can I become a better mom? How can I become a better friend? How can I become a better leader? And when I first got started in community-based marketing, I thought, hell, I want to be the one who makes $1 million. I want to leave my job. Woo. And then it all started becoming a little bit more possible the more I started to believe in myself. And that's one of the biggest things I'm just so grateful for over the last 7 years. It's so good to make money, but to feel like you're actually doing something great for the world, and to feel that you are making an impact and you're inspiring just that one person, even if it's just one person, to take care of their health. I felt like that's what I was doing. So fast forward, let's go back again, back to that 7 years. We said yes. And within 5 months, I was only making, you guys, like $1,200 a month sharing this challenge. But guess what? Come summer that year, I actually helped my first person complete a 90-day challenge, and he had lost 30 pounds. He was no longer a diabetic. His name is John. He owned a bar out in Bellevue, Nebraska. And I remember driving down the interstate and just like bawling my eyes out. And I was like, this is always going to be cooler than making money in this industry. This is always going to fill my heart with joy. And if I can find that path to bring me fulfillment without money, the money eventually comes. Do you guys believe that? Like when you're doing something you love, you feel like you're not working a day in your life. The money just comes to you. And yes, we've made a little bit of money. We've driven free cars. I've shared many, many life experiences through our sister company that our company partnered with. And it's all been a journey, and it's all been a blessing. And I think what's the most successful thing, if somebody said, Lindsay, over the last 7 years in community-based marketing, what was your biggest win? And I think it is really finding my purpose and what my passion is. And that's inspiring people to become the best version of themselves. And about 100 days ago, I actually got to become a part of a company whose mission statement was to help people become a better version of themselves. Like, I still get like goosebumps when I see that. Helping people become a better version of themselves. Wasn't that what I was doing for the past 7 years? Wasn't what all of those ups and those downs and those all arounds, all those tears, all those times crossing the stage, celebrating big wins? That's what it was all worth it. It was all worth staying the course. It was all worth following Nick and Blake and Rhonda and Tony. It was worth following that group of leaders because I found that they inspired me through their own struggles and their own journey. They never gave up and they never quit. And that's why I'm just so proud to become a part of a group of people that is out there not only bettering their own lives, but helping people inspire them to be better. That's what life's all about. And I believe that if each of you guys find that path, you're going to do some incredible things, not only for your own family like I've been able to do, but also for the world. And within the last 7 years, things have changed. I'm no longer that mom that's running from place to place, trying to make ends meet, crying at the end of the day, throwing my computer, saying, what am I doing? Is it really worth it? I'm now finally that mom that gets to stay home with my kids. I left my corporate job just 5 months in, guys. I get to stay home with my children. I get to travel the world. I get to have that time freedom that I always wanted and that I've worked my butt off for. I get to have that, and I get to be there for those little moments. I was able to see my grandfather a couple years ago. It gets me like choked up, but I've been able to sit there, with him at the nursing home for hours whenever I wanted before he died. Nobody can give you back those moments and those experiences. And I believe that there's always a side gig to bring in extra money. And you guys never know when that side gig is going to be something that turns into a full-time thing and something that you get excited to wake up for and something that really establishes what you're all about and what your purpose is. And I found that. I found that 7 years ago. And at 7 years ago, I didn't know if that was my path. But I decided to get a little uncomfortable, to make a decision, to partner with the company. Was all about transformations. And that's what my whole mission was back then. I'm going to inspire that person to just make a little bit healthier choices. And it snowballed into something just beyond my wildest dreams. The connections I've been able to make, the people I've been able to meet, the stories that come out of their mouth because I opened my mouth and said, guess what? You should learn about this. Community marketing is one of the most amazing things. And if somebody tells you, oh, you're a part of one of those things, you're doing that thing? Oh, I heard that's like a pyramid thing. I want you to look that person in the face and say, guess what? this pyramid thing, this marketing scheme or whatever they want to call it, is changing my life and it's changing my family's life. And I'm going to go out there, I'm going to share the products that I love with the people that I love, and I'm going to make a difference. And I want you to stand for the things that you believe in, because I've learned that over the last 7 years. And it's completely changed my life. It's completely changed my life. I'm not the person I was 7 years ago. I'm not proud about a lot of the decisions I made over the 7 years, but I've grown through all of those challenges. I've become better. And I don't think any amount of money can ever bring that into somebody's life. There's no monetary value to set on that. Making money's great in whatever you do, guys. Believe that. But it's never what has driven me. It's never why I get up to say I'm going to make $100 today. I'm going to make a $500 today. I'm going to hit a quota. I'm going to do this. You care about people. You connect with people. And if you love a product or a service or whatever you're offering, you want to share it with people. And I encourage you to share that with people, whether it's makeup, whether it's handbags, whether it's some of you guys are into like graphic design, you support those businesses. Many of you guys just work a traditional business and you love it. Bravo to you. If you want to get up and go work for an employer and you're making a living for your family, doing what you love, I'm proud of you. So that is my thoughts today. And I want to thank this guy right here, because 7 years ago, he was like, hey, Linz, guess what? I think we're going to do something. You're going to do it. And he's given me the opportunity to stay home with my kids and do things that I've always wanted to do. And isn't that what you want with your own life? So that's it. I didn't want to talk very long, and it was very impromptu, but it's been 7 years with some amazing people. And if you've been a part of my journey, I just want to end with just telling you how grateful I am. Whether you're with me for a minute, whether you're with me for a few years, some of you guys have been with me the whole time, just inspiring me. It's because of you guys that I've become such a better person, and I feel better about myself, and I've taken care of my health. I'm helping other people do that, and I'm going to continue to do it for years and years. I'm going to stay the course. Whether I make $1, whether I make $1 million, I'm in it. I'm in it for life because of what it's done right here for me. So have a great day, everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.